So those of you watching, intense, lots of lore, lots of things you never really got to see before, which is really cool, especially Doomhammer making him beg for his life. You would never think that Gul'dan would actually beg for his life, but Doomhammer made him do so. And that was official in the Warcraft 2 book. Like the little guidebook that you would get when you bought the game. Yeah. So, Chapter 1, Zul'Dare. In preparation for the invasion of Lordaeron, War Chief Doomhammer has sent Ren Blackhand to survey the kingdom's southern shores. He is to secure the area for the horde's approaching armada by establishing a foothold on the nearby island of Zul'Dare.
Trumcar, chieftain. Trumcar, warrior. The Horde is preparing to launch an assault against the mainland of Lordaeron. Oberyn Doomhammer, war chief of the Orcish Hordes and ruler of the Warcraft clan, has ordered us to establish a small outpost on Lordaeron's southern shores. To secure the Zul'Dare region, as Doomhammer demands, we will need to construct a barracks and several farms to feed the troops. Our success may help us determine the extent of the pathetic human defenses and what resistance they can offer against our forces.
Oops. So first of all, look at this. Okay? This is an actual, straight-out, updated version of the Great Hall. There it is. From Warcraft 2. Beautiful. Beautifully made. And here is something, and I'll show you later the comparison, but these guys are specifically Blackhand's Guard. They're from the Blacktooth Grin clan. Now, these grunts actually wear... They're wearing axes, arming themselves with axes. Now this guy here, for a quick little... So he's not in the lore, Utok Scratcher. He's not in the lore. He's not a part of anything. They made him up. Sort of.
We need a huge amount of resources for the needs of the Northern campaign. Gather gold and cut down the forest.
He's right there.
Yes. We need more gold.
Okay, so back to Utok. Utok is a made-up name for the Horde, Utok Scratcher, but his character is not entirely made up. When you play the Warcraft 2 campaigns originally, when I was reading it in that Orcish voice, what they used to do is they used to have that screen where they had a map of where you were going, a knife stabbing into the map with little brass knuckles attached to the freaking knife so you wouldn't lose it and you could punch somebody at the same time, like deadly stuff, right? So next to it they would have a text. Instead of it just laying there, it would actually be a floating text. Not just a floating text. They had, for the orcs, they had someone Orcish reading it to you. For the humans, they had someone human reading it to you, right? And I found out that in any of these RTSs, right, with Blizzard at least, when you click on the unit enough, they have an annoyed section of comments. He actually is chronicling this whole thing. So technically, even though he's a made-up character, he's not a made-up character. He's you. In Warcraft 2, this is who you were supposed to be. They just gave him a name and gave him a model and gave him this really kick-ass mace. I mean, look at that thing. That thing is I mean, there's deadly, and then there's whatever the hell that is. That's pretty kick-ass. So, anyway, we're going to get back to the game, actually play, get some peons going,
Chief.
get him over here with Rend. I could probably do that little emote.
Yes. I am ready. Ready to work.
We'll do it later. Alright, build some pig farms. Oh, don't tell me about lumber. Work.
Ready to work.
Yeah, you are.
Something you're doing?
Absolutely. So I believe I have 3 in there. I'm going to add a couple more. Get a couple more of these guys going.
What do you want? What do you want?
250. Okay, we're gonna do this. Okay, I thought it locked up for a second. Like, don't do that to me. No.
Happy to ready to work. Pig farms.
There we go.
Something you're doing?
Building pig farms now, buddy, so we can get those last 3 popped out.
Yes. Double.
And this Warcraft 2 music, oh, it pumps me up every time. Dun 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 dun. I've actually, believe it or not, been trying to find, and I found a couple, but trying to find a couple of basically downloads, right, to actually make this particular song, this particular piece of music, my ringtone. So that'll be pretty sweet if I can actually pull that off. Man, this brings me to my childhood. Craziness.
I can do that. Ready to work. Yes.
So the cool thing about this one here is they actually tell you need to build up like 15,000 gold for the horde, or 15,000 lumber for the horde, or something like that. You don't have to have 15,000 at any one time. You just have to have gathered that much. So that helps out a lot. It's not just,
Something you're doing?
you know, hey, wait, don't build an army, get 15,000 and then spend it once you've reached your goal. No, this recognizes that you put in the hard work for it.
What do you want? Work.
And that'll put 4 guys on lumber. That should be enough. Actually, in the meantime, I'm going to have you build the barracks. I'm going to have you build it right here.
Be happy to.
Yeah, you are.
Your command.
And I'm not sure if they actually updated these voices or not, but those sound like the original Warcraft 2 orc grunts. Like when you click on them, they go, "Your command, master, right away." Those kind of things. See? Right there. 3,000 gold has been taken gold for the horde. At this point, 6,000. I have nowhere near that because I'm building stuff. So that right there is an A+ for me. Fantastic job, guys. I absolutely love the fact that you guys recognize that we're not just playing the game, but we actually, you know, need to build resources, or, you know, take away from those resources to build things. So I don't have to go find 37 gold mines just to have 15,000 gold, or harvest the entire map just to have 15,000 lumber while I'm building. Because you also have side quests and stuff too, which need to be, you know, taken care of. Alright, this one's done, but I'm going to build a second one.
I can do that.
We're going to pop a couple of these guys out. And I believe we'll get our first side quest after we start exploring a little bit. Or maybe it'll just happen? I'm not sure. Oh, I think after getting this, it just kind of happens.
Tell me.
Now, some people I saw were not happy with the fact that, you know, there's a hero component to this. I appreciate it. I think it adds a whole new layer of flavor to the whole thing, and I love it.
I can do that.
We're being attacked. Look at those blue eyes. That is a beautiful wolf.
Chief. Your command, master.
And he even has his own little hero ability here. This one is Rend.
Find their den and put an end to these attacks.
See you right there. Little optional quest. So, here's the thing, right? Blacktooth Grin Clan. They are wielding axes.
Yes.
Whereas
Zul'Dare. Dabu. We're being attacked.
the Blackrock clan is using warhammers, very much like their leader, Orgrim Doomhammer. Oh, you came out of nowhere, didn't you? Look at you.
Zul'Dare.
Well, why don't you go gather some, 50 should be enough, but we're going to build one more farm. Or not. How much? 500? Alright, should be one more peon then. Oh, you shit.
Establish a base camp and prepare to move out.
Even these little side cinematics. Like, in the original campaign, there were a couple of footmen lying around.
Orcs really made it this far north.
But now they're showing story with it.
And the stories, if even half of them are true, how can we possibly defeat them?
Calm yourselves and stay focused on our task. We are here to investigate the rumors of a suspected Horde presence in the Zul'Dare region. Now, see if you can get that fire going.
Now, anyone who's played Warcraft 3 Reforged, if you look at those footman shields, they are not the typical shields. They have like a little spike on them in the regular Reforged and in the original Warcraft 3.
We're not prepared for this. We must put out the signal fire immediately, or they will notice us from the ships.
They keep coming from over here. All right.
Slaughter the humans, and don't let them warn the mainland.
All right, we're just gonna build one more lonely one over here. Oh yeah, that's right.
Yes.
That actually looks, by the way, like the original Circle of Power from Warcraft 2. Like maybe slightly updated, like the red part. But that, yeah.
If that is my task, I observe. Work complete.
So we're gonna put you down here.
Your command, master. Yes.
Still got a couple more coming in.
What is it?
All right. One of the things that I was not entirely happy about was the difference between orcs, like grunts, and footmen. Because even in Warcraft 3, and I even believe in Reforged as well, I'd have to check in the original Reforged, or Reforged, whatever. One of the things that they really did well in Warcraft 3 was show that a grunt was stronger than a typical, like one-on-one is stronger than a human footman. And the human footman would do less damage and had a little bit less life. And the grunt would have a little bit more life because he's bigger and did more damage because he's stronger. Like, it was just recognized, that's just what it was. Here, they both have 600 life, and I think the damage is minimal between the two. So, like, yeah, it's... We're gonna do a couple more here.
thought done.
Alright, since I already did this mission, sorry guys, I was excited.
Approaching.
There is
Alright.
a cave over here somewhere that I can actually collapse. There it is.
I'll carve you up.
Can't really fit that many over here, but hey, it's gonna go down in a second. There we go.
Your command,
That'll
master.
ease up the attacks a little bit on my encampment.
Alright.
And I know that if I keep going all the way to the left, it'll actually lead me to my main quest, so I want to get my optional quest out of the way first. How many quests do I have? Just the wolves. Okay.
Your command, master. Approaching.
At this point, like this early on, there's really no upgrades to kind of go through.
Tell me.
It's really just a matter of
Yeah.
seeing some of these things, like as you go through, you don't realize you can walk through them.
Alright. Moving on.
Oh, see, I haven't actually explored this side.
Alright.
This is awesome. This is so cool. So in Warcraft 2, they had like little thin sheets of ice that you could like run your armies across and stuff. And it was really cool. So they're keeping like real
Approaching.
on point with the designs and the lower part of that. There we go. Here's another little cave to destroy.
We're being attacked.
So I also read at some point your optional quests are the ones that actually level you, Utak. So like if you get that done, you can actually have, look at here, he has a lightning bolt. I don't know how he has a lightning bolt. I mean, he doesn't seem like a shaman, but hey, maybe. Maybe. How far can...
Tar.
Loktar.
If that is my task.
It is.
Loktar.
Sweet. And I've also found out, in case you guys are wondering, because there's no
Alright.
typical way to res
Approaching.
your heroes. So if Utak actually dies, you lose him for that entire mission. He's not gone from the story. Hold on. I love him to death, but he's being overly obnoxious tonight. Alright, so let's see. There is this up here. Yep, see, now I'm getting more lumber for the horde.
Observe.
And since I'm getting all of this, I feel like I should make more of these just to make them... Oh yeah, food limit. You know, there is such a thing. What?
Moving on.
Oh, wild bear.
Forward. What is it? Yeah. Your command, master. Yeah.
Why don't you just surround him and actually kill him like you're supposed to?
I'll carve you up.
There you go. Yeesh. Anyway, so as I was saying, if Utak dies in your mission, no worries. The first time around that he dies, he has he has an Ankh of reincarnation. He also is given 1 potion of healing and 1 potion of mana. However, oh, my grunt died.
All right.
He cannot come back for that mission. He will be continued in the storyline. He does show up as another unit, you know, your next mission. So you get him back, you just can't resurrect him. If your main hero dies, like Dalrend, then I'm gonna go with this one. Then
Mine is running low. Approaching. Moving on. All right.
You can actually resurrect them at the Great Hall for a gold cost, of course, which is pretty typical of that kind of deal. There's Lordaeron guys up here, but I'm looking for the main cave over here of the wolves. Gotcha, you little human shit. Our gold mine has collapsed. That sucks.
What do you want?
I want you to go work the lumber, but I'm gonna have you go work over here.
Be happy to.
Alright, so what is the actual quest here for this? Find and destroy all wolf dens. That's what it is. Okay, so I know where the other wolf den is. It's down here somewhere. There might even be one up here. Actually, I think it's right there.
Moving on.
I love the little things like the snowmen throughout here. Like that was a thing. Oh, this is the Lordaeron. No. So I gotta pull back after I kill these guys.
Moving on. All right. Forward.
There we go. Okay, so I gotta go back this way. Where was I? Right here. Dun 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 dun.
Approaching.
Let's kill the Sasquatch.
Moving on.
Potion of healing. Oh, rune of healing. There we go.
Moving on.
Alright, so let's go down here. Let's do that. Main quest. Fuel the fire. Yeah, they're just gonna work the hell out of this. There it is. I think that's it for the caves. Because I got 2 last time. I didn't get the one all the way to the right across that cool looking, you know, ice.
That's the last of them.
There it is.
All right.
Sweet. Now, did I get his thing? Nope. Oh, there it is. Sweet. Each chapter contains side quests that can increase Utok's level, granting him access to new spells and increasing his stats. So I get a lightning bolt.
What is it?
Alright. Well, about that. So I have, what, 6 there? Let's get 6 more up here. And then get you guys over here. Your command, master!
Yes. Okie dokie.
I mean, we're building farms for the Horde. We can build more than 4, right? I mean, I already built 5, so let's do it. Alright. So with that said, what I'm going to do... Dun, 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 dun. I know that there are some, what, gnolls and stuff down here? Bears or something? Sasquatches? Yep, there are these down here. Absolutely. Although this is one thing I found out that you can't take out. You can't take this out. It is specifically made for this hero, which is still cool. It doesn't bother me at all. with the Doom Saw. Like, it even gives you a little history of it and says what it does. You know, obviously what it does. It increases the attack damage of the hero by 10. But you can't actually get rid of this one. Like in other Warcraft 3, you know, playthroughs, like if you have an Orb of Frost, you know, you can get rid of your Orb of Frost and give it to another hero. Or Mana Potion or whatever, which you can do with the Mana Potions and stuff like that. But you're not, yeah, this guy gave me a hard time last time, so let's see how this works. This guy right here, the No Overseer. So the one that I chose, I didn't really kind of give you guys a rundown. This is Black Rock and Roll. If you played Warcraft 3 at all, you would know that that is actually a title of not one, but 2 missions. And look, you can even get lumber out of this, out of destroying houses and stuff. Which is weird that it encourages you to do that, but also kind of fun. The other thing about this is you actually only have to right-click on destroying the houses. Whereas in like Warcraft 3, you actually have to press the A button for attack to physically attack any neutral building. So, you know, these are technically neutral buildings. So you would have to, you know, A whatever, which is not a, you know, not a huge deal, but you did have to do it. How many we got? How many we got over here? I think we can spare 3 and build like, oh. What, I can't make any more than 50? I don't think so. I'll try one more. Because I think we already were maxed out at 50. But what I'm going to do is actually bring these guys up here to the human side of things and wait for the order to attack and then just wedge them in. Attack from both sides and F them up.
Approaching. Approaching.
In like the 3rd mission, or maybe the 2nd one, I don't remember. One of them. Oh, and see, that was so cool. When I first saw that, I was like, what the fuck? But it's so cool. They have these logs you can freaking go across. Yeah, see, I built 2 more farms, and this went up to 50. Like, it's maxing out at 50. So these guys are just going to lumber it out. But yeah, being able to walk across, like you can do this in World of Warcraft, right? Like there are areas that is possible. So seeing this in the game here also just makes it feel more real. Oops. That's not what I wanted you to do. And I love that. I think it's such a beautiful detail that these guys have added. Yeah, see, if you'll see on these shields, it actually has the symbol of Lordaeron. They didn't have that. Like I was saying earlier, they had little spikes. They did that for all of the nations. So if you're Gilneas, like I think it's the black color, if you're Gilnean, those shields actually have their little Gilnean symbol on it. Not the Worgen symbol, because it's not a thing yet. But they do have the Gilnean symbol. Stromgarde has their fist, almost like their... Yeah, see, I'm going to bring these guys in first.
Your command.
And it goes on like that. And they kind of do that stuff for, like I was showing you, the Blacktooth Grin clan had axes, and the Black Rock has hammers. Like, it's a really nice detail, and I love details. That's why I couldn't make games for a living, despite how passionate I would be for it. It's because I would be yelled at by my boss all the time to hurry up and get shit done, and I'd be like, but this needs a little box over here just to give it, this one needs a little treasure chest over here, this needs it, and they'd be like, shut up and get it done. Just because the details, the nuance, the way the fire flows, that kind of stuff, that like needs to hit me just right. And I think they did an amazing job here. And this. So they actually show in the Warcraft 2 cinematic, the very ending, they have orcs standing behind catapults, hitting the catapult and launching it. Just like they would have done way back when. So it's actually, they're keeping like to the actual nuance and feel of the game. It's so cool. And I was super happy that the first mission wasn't just build a barracks and 4 pig farms, because that was the original mission. Like, that was Warcraft 2, the original mission. They stayed true to that, but then they added nuance to it. They said, hey, go kill the humans in the area. Hey, put out your signal fire because we don't want them to know we're here.